Hello, Spock.
Back again. How long has it been? 6 weeks?
You're very quiet. There we go. Yes, sorry. It's been a while. It's been 10 weeks according to my my podcast app.
10 weeks?
Yes, 10 weeks.
You're lying.
It was the end of January.
Oh. Well, sorry.
Don't call me a liar. It's true, but not in this case. So hello, we're back again.
So what do you want to complain about? Or
Oh, no,
normally complaining with you.
Look,
it's never bigging things up. It's always putting things down.
Right, this from the man who's just spent like a week in America looking at men in lycra.
Pants, yeah. Sweaty men in pants.
Sweaty men in pants. And
nothing wrong with that.
I think we're going to get reclassified.
Let's start with some news. Doctor Who's back tomorrow.
Doctor Who is indeed back tomorrow. I can't wait, even though there's been all this hoo-ha about Peter Capaldi leaving.
Well, he's not leaving until Christmas, though, so...
Well, is he?
Yes.
With the trailer. He looks like he's regenerating.
Oh, I didn't see that trailer.
Yeah, and he did say today, because conveniently I did look at stuff today.
Well, they've hired someone already, then?
Yes, they have hired someone. Chris Chibnall knows who it is, and nobody else appears to know who it is.
Who the fuck is it, then?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if Chris Chibnall's going to do well in this, you know.
I think he will, because people are really loving Broadchurch,
and
he has written for classic. Well, he's written for Who before.
Oh, well, fair enough then.
I'm
convinced.
You're so easily pleased. And I think that, sorry, I've lost my track there. Sorry, apologies, universe. And Bill's a lesbian. How exciting!
I didn't know she was a lesbian, but she looks quite fun.
Yeah. Have you not heard? Oh, you missed all the hoo-ha because you were in America. I'll just mention that another time. She's the first openly gay character that's a companion.
Really?
Yeah. We're not counting Captain Jack, obviously.
There's been loads of gays in there, though.
Yeah, but she's...
Russell T Davies stuffed it full of gays.
She's the first one that is...
Well, you know, it's non-news, really. It shouldn't be news.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Exactly, and that's what Stephen Moffat said, because everyone hates him as well at the minute, which is...
Yeah,
interesting.
People do think that he ruined... There's loads of Reddit things about him ruining Doctor Who, but whatever.
But
the only thing, he's leaving, obviously, Moffat as well.
He is indeed.
But also, they've got Missy is coming back. I'm not a massive fan of Missy, but also they're bringing back the Master, John Simm's Master.
Well, spoilers, sorry, in case those of you who haven't,
I'm not sure why or how that would be a good thing, because surely once you move on, don't you?
God, I just think, I hate him. I hate him as the Master. He is so shit as the Master.
He had to work opposite Tennant, though.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. But he is so bad. Sorry, if you hear any noises, it's my cat, sorry. Because we're in an expensive studio here and I just happen to bring my cat with me. He was so bad as the Master. Really, really went far too far over the top.
To the Tennant at times, though.
Yeah, well, Gurney Pants, or Mockney as I call him, the Mockney Doctor, was just bloody awful anyway, to be fair. And Lewis put a little link up on Facebook yesterday. Oh, Stu, do that. No, I could not sit in a room with
David There's 6
Tennant.
other people.
Yeah, I know, but I
You could sit the other end of the table.
Punch his fucking lights out.
Don't be weird.
It's alright, he's not going to listen to this,
Let's move on and stop crying about David
Tennant. I'm
Tennant.
not crying about it, but it's rubbish anyway.
Have you seen Thor Ragnarok trailer?
I have.
Almost lost my shit.
Is there a new one? I've seen the old new one.
Jeff Goldblum is in it.
Oh, really?
Loki. I lost my shit. His hammer gets destroyed, gets fucked off of the planet, and he goes off to the war planet. And they shave his hair off, so it looks fucking well weird. And he gets put into the arena.
Yeah.
And Jeff Goldblum's going, well, this is the big main event. Here's your incredible Hulk. And then the Hulk's bashing out the door. And then Thor just goes, yes, we know each other. We're friends from work. Yeah. And then Hulk just gives him a look and he's just like, oh, come on. And then it ends with them bashing into each other.
Yeah.
That looks fucking cool. And they've got the song on it is, what is it? It's a rock song. Can't remember, but it's really cool. It's a really cool song from like the 70s, I think. I've probably got that wrong. I'm probably going to get destroyed.
Look, just to check.
Destroyed for it. But yeah, no, you should. Looks good. I'm really looking forward to it. I think that's the one I'm looking forward to the most this year.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Guardians and Spider-Man, but Thor, I think Thor's going to change the game. It's going to change who it is.
I'm really looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, or Volume 2, I should call it.
Yes, it does look brilliant.
Because it just looks absolutely bloody marvellous.
Yeah. It does look cool. Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell.
Oh, I finally saw Doctor Strange. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it looks really, really good. What else? Oh, I watched Arrival. Have you seen Arrival?
Yeah,
It's shite, isn't it? Really.
Not a fan.
Sorry.
I thought it was
Arrival,
good until the reveal. I thought it was quite good, and then the reveal just let it completely.
I thought it was really good
down.
until it started.
I watched a load of films on the plane. I watched like 7 films.
Why? Were you in America recently?
I watched The Magnificent Seven.
Oh, did you?
Which was alright.
Yeah.
Everything was alright.
Yeah.
The only sci-fi one was Passengers, and that feels like it was gutted at some point. Like they filmed it, and then when they edited it, it just felt like it was gutted.
I did quite like it. It's kind of like wallpaper sci-fi. It's not really science fiction, is it?
Well, I feel like it could have been, and then they just sort of went, fuck it, we don't need this scene, we don't need that scene.
Yeah.
For instance, bartender, he said, please don't tell her, promise you won't tell her what I did, and he says, yeah, I'll never say. And then when he's about to propose, he does it, and the look on his face is he's doing it for a reason, and then this is never mentioned again, and they're just happy with him.
Yeah.
And there's no consequences.
No.
Because he doesn't die at the end when he should have. I watched Resident Evil, the final chapter as well.
Oh, God, really?
That was pretty good, but the again, at the end, they wanted to have their cake and eat it. They were like, oh, you must die to do it, so she dies. But then she wakes up again, and she's fine, and it carries on, and she went, we've still got a job to do. And like, God. Well, no, this is the final chapter. You can't call it the final chapter and then carry on.
Yeah.
That annoys me about films. They don't know when to let go. Which is why Logan's so different, which we'll talk about later, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to gush about Legends then?
I seeing as it's now finished, the only thing, the very last scene, just reminded me of the Wedding of River Song, where you've got the whole of time and space all working at the same time.
Yes.
Dinosaurs in London and Romans and all sorts. I was like, oh, they've nicked that because they've nicked everything else from Doctor Who, but it kind of. Do you know, I
think we broke time.
I think I've absolutely adored it.
No, I thought
the last half
literally
of the series,
everything was meh.
Oh no!
Everything I'm watching at the moment is meh, except Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What I really, really loved is the fact it doesn't take itself at all seriously, and I think they finally realised that about halfway through when they got to the season break, where you had Rip come back as George Lucas's friend, which was a little bit okay. They've tried to shoehorn a bit too many Star Wars references into it, but when it came back, I think it just went, we're not a serious show, we're just going to have some fucking fun, and it worked. You had the pre-credit sequence with we're the Legion of Doom, and it was just
Legion of Doom
funny, and it was.
I was going to say the
brilliant.
One where they were. I think it was one of the first ones when it was John Barrowman and what's his name, Neil, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they're walking down the street. I think they're in the 40s, but the way that they're walking, or the 80s, I can't remember. The way that they're walking together, they're like, I don't know, they could be a gay couple, like, but it was like they've been working with each other for so long that they knew each other really well, and it's like their banter back and forth. They were so natural with each other, and that was one of the episodes I thought these two are brilliant. I think it must have been that. I liked what's his face, Heatwave's intro, because they all have an intro, don't they? And he goes, "Who writes this stuff anyway?"
They're all really good, and
he just wants to go to Aruba. I did like that joke. That was cool. And he's like, "We could have just gone to Aruba."
Yeah. It was clever. It was funny, and it didn't take itself seriously.
The last episode I liked, but I wasn't overwhelmed by it.
Compared to some of their other shows, which we'll talk about in a minute, one of which I absolutely fucking can't stand right now because I just wanted to die. It was just nice. It was just simple, easy to watch. All right, I know.
It was a bit sappy at the end when she saw Laurel. She saw Laurel, and that bit was a bit like, "Oh, you're strong. You can do it." And she's just like, it was just really obvious. It was too shoehorned in with the, "I've got darkness in me. I can't do it." Oh, get over yourself.
Yeah, but they got that out of the way now for Series 3.
I liked that they had doppelgangers of each other, though. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it was a very ambitious thing to do for like 7 people, to have 7 people on the screen at the same time.
That's why they killed a couple off, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, probably.
And then slowly killed everybody off.
But it was just really cleverly done.
The Goonies reference was good. I like that because it's just a throwaway line that it didn't mean anything, but like she could have said anything when she was fading out, and she said, "Remember, legends never die." And it's like, And then Steele's just like, really? A Goonies reference? Because they reference everything, don't they?
Yeah.
All the time. It's just a geek reference.
It is definitely Nerdville. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I didn't want it to end.
I feel Sarah's lost her edge though now, being in Legends. When she was an Arrow, she had this like edge to her, where she could legitimately beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but
now I feel like she's the captain now, and she's just all like.
Yeah, but the whole point of this whole series is that these are now better people, because he says at the end when Mick drops, not Mick, Mr. Rory, what's his face? Mick, isn't it? Drops what's his face off. He goes, "I'm putting you here because they made you a better person."
Oh yeah, when you put
yeah.
So because it would make you a better person, he wiped his memory.
Yeah, and it does, and I think that's the whole thing about it. It's taken these people who are disparate people. It's a good word, isn't it? Brought them together, and they've had 2 series of going, oh yeah, shit, bollocks, everything's gone horribly wrong, and it's made them better people. Okay. Even Stein, Martin Stein is a better person because now he's a father, and his characters are, I'm no, and he's a singer. Oh, I love his singing voice, and which we'll come back to in a minute with another program.
Yeah.
And Jax has gone a bit, all the same, but they're still quite nice, and they work together really well, those two. But yeah, I think they've all become better people and better characters for what they've been through.
Fair enough.
Yeah, get me.
So should we just stay in DC for a bit?
Yeah, let's do it. What the fuck?
Flash?
Yeah, I've quite enjoyed it.
I think the musical episode was quite good. It was a bit pants in places, but the fact that they could all sing and they all did it was quite nice.
And I'm not detracting from the episode at all. I mean, I as you may or may not know, love Batman the Brave and the Bold, the cartoon, and it's one of the best things ever on TV. There's an episode of that called The Music Meister, and it's Neil Patrick Harris who does the singing, and he is fucking brilliant. I bought the album. I actually bought something. Right, that's how good it is, and it's one of my favourite things. I listen to it now and again. It's on my phone. I love it, and I wanted it to be as good as that. And it was nearly there.
It was weird. It felt like they changed their mind of what he was going to be halfway through the episode, because they made him a villain because he's going to go and rob a bank or whatever. And at the end, he's like, "Oh, it's just so that you could see that you two would love each other." What? Where did that come from?
That's the only thing I've had across all these DC shows lately is everyone's falling in love and everyone's really happy, which is a good thing. But
not really, because Flash is heading somewhere quite dark.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
And you feel like they haven't fixed it yet.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
They've written themselves into a corner, really, because how are they going to stop it?
It's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine.
No,
Iris West isn't going to die. She
can't die.
It'd
be quite refreshing to kill her, wouldn't it?
That's a bit harsh.
No, it would be, though, wouldn't it? I don't want her to die, but it'd be refreshing for a show like that.
Yeah, it would be. It would really take it into a fucking different dynamic, wouldn't it?
The end of the last episode when she turned. They took the necklace off and she just went, fuck off.
Yeah,
that was cool.
You see,
they've taken too long to get there, but I think it's going to be quite nice to have a few episodes of her.
I'd really like for Killer Frost not to be Killer Frost.
Just to have the powers.
Still to be Caitlin Snow.
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen. Maybe they'll convince her to go back. I don't know what they'll do, but I don't know why she has to completely change her personality.
Yeah, why does she have to be baddie?
I don't know. Well, they've shown before that meta powers can change who you are, but...
True.
Yeah, English boy is a bit upset, wasn't he? He was like...
Draco Malfoy.
He was like, I see why you brought me into this team now. She's like, that's not the only reason.
Oh, he got into a right piss, didn't he?
And then all of a sudden she's dying, and then that's enough to go, I do love you now.
Oh, I shall save you, and then I shall possibly change you into being something
I love
nasty.
the Gorilla Grodd stuff. That was amazing.
I wasn't overly keen.
But I think the last one, I don't even remember what happened to the last one. Was it the singing one? What was the last one?
No, there's the one where...
Oh, she died, yeah. I think that whole episode was meh.
Yeah.
And then the end was good. But then Arrow, they had a little break.
Yeah.
For some reason. But they were amazing right up to that moment. And then after the break, it's all gone a bit meh.
Yeah.
Supergirl's meh as well.
Oh, let's not talk about that just yet, because there's going to be a lot of expletives, let me just tell you. I think the biggest problem is
they've got run up to the end.
They've got 4 shows.
And there's 24 episodes or 22 episodes in each one.
4 shows doesn't always, and it's the same production team for all 4 of them.
I don't know how they do it.
No, and I don't think it's starting to fall apart at the seams a little bit, in my humble opinion.
They're doing another one, aren't they? Black Bolt, is it Black Bolt or something? They're doing another show on the CW.
Yeah, no, don't.
And they're doing an animated Constantine as well.
Which would be good. If it's anything like Dark Justice, it'll be phenomenal.
Well, the show he was in was really good as well.
Yes, I've only seen 2 of those. I must see the rest. Yeah, no, I think Flash has kept its head above water for me. Just like the musical thing, it was quite nice. I don't watch Arrow, as you well know. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Like this series, because the end of series 4 was so bad, I thought, no expectations going into this series. They've actually managed to pull it all back, and even the flashbacks, they're not on the island anymore because he's joining the Bratva, and you get to see how he's joined. It's like the Russian gang, whatever. Dolph Lundgren was in it.
Well,
he was really good.
Was he?
Actually.
He-Man himself.
And then, so he's just about to go back to the island because he's going to get himself rescued because it's coming to the end of the 5 years, which is crazy. Because I remember when Arrow started, I still wanted, stupidly, I wanted Justin Hartley to be him because he was him in Smallville. And I'm a big Smallville fan, obviously. Yeah. And when Arrow started, I thought, I'll give it a go, see what happens. And right at the beginning it says he's been on an island for 5 years. So I was like, it's pretty ambitious to give yourself 5 years. Because you could be off the air in 6 months, you know. And they're actually going to get there. And not only that, they're going to go beyond it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But Flash set himself up for 10 years. So I thought they're just pushing the luck here, aren't they? But, you know, Flash could get there, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, it's pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to the end because they're going to bring back a character from the first 2 series. And the last shot, I hope, is him getting off the island. So you could literally start again. Do you know what I mean? So it could be a loop. You could just you wouldn't have to carry on and do more. Apparently in Series 6 they're going to drop the flashbacks because it wouldn't work anymore because he's off the island. But yeah, no, it was good. And then the bad guy reveal happened, and then it was sort of like, oh, okay, fair enough. It's pretty cool because there's someone really close to him. And then he took him up, basically kidnapped him, and then tortured him for an episode. And then he just went, which was amazing. And then he admitted that he likes killing, and he's like basically a murderer. So he goes, I'm going to quit, and we're not going to do this anymore. He takes the team away, says we're disbanding the team. And then literally, the next episode, he gets the team back together by the end of the episode. So it literally took 40 minutes for him to go back on his decision. I was like, that's just lazy storytelling because they just want to get out of the way. But this whole story was really good. And then, you know, they got him to admit that he was a murderer, and then he's like, oh yeah, maybe we can be a team. But it's going to take me a while to get back into the Green Arrow. I was like, what? You're so determined to end everything. So I think they have these grand ideas, and then they just think, oh, we're going to run out of time. We'll just get that out of the way so we can move on to the next thing. And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Let it breathe. You've got 20 odd episodes. Let it breathe. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because everything was Legends, I think, redeemed itself in the last episode for me, but that tease at the end was a bit like, oh, great. How are they going to do this on their budget? They can't. So why tease it?
They'll do it. They'll do it somehow. I have faith in the Legends.
Supergirl has just been meh.
Right. I am so...
It's very left.
Annoyed.
It's very left. Very left. It's gone from... It's never been neutral. They've always been against the right, like putting down Trump and all that. But it's gone beyond left now. It's like we're all special, shiny, happy people. It's just annoying. I like Wonder Woman. She came back on a video. Did you see that? When the last episode.
Carter.
And she turned
after
the video went off. Like that's one of the most intriguing things about it. And she's not even a main character.
Yeah.
So they have got things that are going for them. But Mon-El is a fucking waste of life.
What has annoyed me the most about that character is that for about 6 weeks in a row, right, something would happen, crisis happens, Mon-El would go, well, actually, this is this and this, blah, blah, blah. Everyone else goes, no, shut up. Oh, you're wrong. Crisis happens again, blah, blah, blah. Mon-El's right. Everyone goes, oh, we're really sorry. Next week, crisis happens. Monel says, da 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 da. No, says everyone else. At the end, oh, we're really sorry. About 6, 7 episodes in a row, I was sat here going, you've got to be fucking joking. And then, sorry, a bit of, Hercules and Lois Lane come back as his mum and dad.
She's fucking horrible as well.
Oh, no, the character's shit. She's playing it really badly.
A generic bad guy? Sorry.
Well, yeah, but she's doing it really badly.
It's just generic bad guy. It's not hard.
It's difficult to get it wrong, and she's doing it really badly. I mean, it's written.
She's just
badly,
annoying.
To be fair, it's written fucking atrociously.
Hercules doesn't get anything to do.
No, he's just there as a name, isn't he?
Yeah.
That people are like, oh, it's Kevin Sorbo.
You get a moment of him going, oh God, my wife's a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, and then stabbed.
Oh yeah, she stabbed him.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
It was just so. I mean, it's like you couldn't see it coming.
Yeah, I'm not. This Monel has just dragged it all down for me. This whole he had so much potential when he came in. He could learn to be a superhero, blah blah blah, cliched, but
yeah,
he's just become really boring.
And the whole Jeremiah.
It took him ages and ages to figure out that she needs to have It took her like she said, look, you need to. I'm Supergirl. I can do this. I can look after myself. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But it took him ages to figure that out, and he wouldn't listen to her. And it took ages and ages and ages and ages. Finally, they're together, right? And then she finds out that he's the prince that we've all known for ages. He says, "You lied to me, blah blah blah." And then all of a sudden, she's all high and mighty, and she's like, she thinks so much of herself. She's so full of herself now. I don't know where this has come from.
No.
She's like, I deserve better than you, but not in the way of you lied to me. I deserve better than that. She thinks she's better than everyone. She's been written really weirdly.
Yeah.
And she's just really embracing it. Like, I'm better than everybody. And her tone is all weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's because they've got 4 shows on the go and they can't put all the good writers on everything.
Yeah, but she's playing it wrong.
And they don't understand the character.
She's playing it wrong because she's not meant to be. Because she wasn't always arrogant. She's just become arrogant recently in the last few episodes. That isn't who she is.
Well, unless they're setting her up for a fall. Ooh.
Yeah, they could kill her. No, they can't kill her. She's Supergirl. It's called Supergirl.
Well, they can kill her quite easily because they
just
can
take
come
her
back.
And they can get someone from another Earth.
If we look at Justice League the film. But I don't know. Supergirl's just got right down the fucking toilet as far as I'm concerned. It's almost a case of it's on. Might watch it.
Yeah.
It's not something. Whereas before, when the first series, I was like, it's on. Let's watch it. I got to watch this.
The last few, I think Monel has just ruined it for me. Like completely ruined it.
I don't think he's ruined. I don't think he's ruined it. I think it's been ruined by bad writing, by bad understanding of the characters, by possibly trying to push over a political agenda.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Jesus Christ. I don't mind people making political statements, but when it's constantly shoved down your throat, I can't do all that. Like, I'm not a Trump fan at all, but like, can you not just be neutral? Because you're a TV show and you're about. I get it, they're aliens and you want to have equality and all that, and the things in the world are bad, especially in America. We want equality, but you can't shove it down everyone's throat every single week. You can't make that your agenda. Story has to come first, otherwise people aren't going to come back.
Yeah.
I get it. What it should be is in the background and slowly, bring it every now and again, not just right in your face. We need equality. Like, we know. Yeah, but we already know this. We watch this show for escapism. We don't want to watch it to be reminded of what's happening in the world that we don't like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, the one thing I do like what they've done is in the equality field is the gay couple. I think they've done them really well. Instead of you don't like it either, do you? You don't like that either. I think because it's not. They're not treating it like they're a woman and a woman. There's no gender.
They're just normal
it's
people.
It's just a couple.
Yeah.
So they're going through normal things, not what people assume lesbians go through. Like, I do in inverted commas there because people can't see that, but I'll say it.
He did. I can
and people are obviously fucking idiots and think certain things about certain people. So I just like the way that they portray them as normal, even though they're in a comic book TV show and she hunts aliens and As
Because that's
normal,
what lesbians do.
as normal as you can
All
get
right.
in that situation.
Can I just tell you that lesbians hunt aliens?
I felt a bit harsh about Win. Is it Win, his girlfriend?
Oh yeah,
That was horrible. Like, because they were
Yeah,
like,
but-
she was there for a good 3 episodes,
Yeah, but
and then all of a sudden she's an arsehole.
I didn't care. That was the whole thing.
Because like,
I didn't give a
because
shit.
she's obviously a Supergirl substitute because she's blonde and she's an alien and she can kick ass. It's like, you could have gone with someone a little bit different.
No, I didn't give a
No,
fuck.
I don't
about
like
it.
Guardian either. I think he's fucking useless.
It is
so.
pointless, isn't it? Yeah,
Guardian.
all you need is one of the bounty hunters at the beginning. Just shoot your eye laser at him and he'd be dead. Shh. Then would you be awesome? Sorry, spoiler.
Yeah,
You don't know
true.
who he is.
Yeah, not a fan of Guardian. They've using him less, which is good.
Yeah.
But
Jeremiah, as I tried to get in a few minutes ago. From the very beginning, I knew he was going to be a baddie. Not a baddie, but doing something for Cadmus.
I feel like
It was just so fucking obvious.
yeah, but I didn't mind the storyline. I just
did.
didn't like the way that people reacted to it. It was really weird. Like,
Hated
she
it.
was not her sister. What's her name? I keep forgetting their names.
Lesbian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not really how we should.
That's right. I'm allowed.
She just
I'm not the gang.
lost her fucking shit about it. She's like, no, my dad would never do this, never do that. And you're like, well, obviously he is doing that. Monel was the only one.
You see,
yeah.
and but the week before someone had done something else, and Monel said,
But I like Jeremiah pulling him aside, and because they had an argument, didn't they, about it? And she said, "Get the fuck out of my flat," or whatever. Obviously, no swearing because it's on there. But Jeremiah took him aside and just said, "Let's just say I know more about you than you think, and she won't like it." And I really like that because he knows things that other people don't know, and he's trying to protect her, even though he's working for Cadmus as well. He's playing everything because he's trying to keep it together.
It just doesn't.
I feel like he's put on a lot of weight. That's a side thing. But he got away with it.
Kitty cat.
That's the thing that he disappeared, I suppose, didn't he? Did he disappear? Because he was fighting Cyborg Superman, didn't he? And then he because he's got a robot arm.
I don't remember.
I think he disappeared, but all is forgiven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
Welcome to the world of Supergirl on Earth 19, is it?
Yeah,
or 31 or so? No, it's not 31. That's Abracadabra.
18 or 19, I think.
I quite liked Abracadabra. I think they could have done more with Abracadabra.
Which one was that?
The Flash episode. Sorry, we're going back to Flash. Sorry. Continuity.
It's all the same world, isn't it?
No, they're all from different universes.
What
What
did he do?
He was the one who used nanotech to. Oh, he's the one that was. Yeah, the one that made Caitlin die.
See, I told you the whole episode was crap until the end. I can't remember any of it.
No, because oh shit, what's that? Gypsy came back.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and Cisco
he killed
tried to
one
get
of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
and he killed one of
her
them.
partner. Don't know that.
And they let him go because it was like, I know what happens to Iris.
Good, well done, because you're from the 64th century. Anyway, but I quite liked him. It was a nice touch because he's from Earth 31.
And but he wouldn't tell him, would he?
No.
Oh, I liked the singing one. Music Master, when he's like, you wouldn't understand where I come from. I like that line. You're all retarded, and I'm from the fifth dimension.
Yeah,
I like that. It's a bit more mysterious.
I can never say this. Mr. Pixelic.
That was annoying.
That was an odd episode.
And they broke the bloody fortress. How dare they? How dare they break the fortress?
You've just paraphrased Alan Rickman from Galaxy Quest. You broke the bloody ship is one of my favourite lines in that film.
I can't. I'm not happy. Not happy about it.
Yeah, but it's all fixed, isn't it? She fixed it.
She'll fix it, yeah. But it's still ridiculous.
And where is Superman in all of this?
Well, he's just fucking off, isn't he? Oh, no, I don't know. The last time she went there, she said, "Where's Superman?" He's like, "He's off planet." Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned the one tiny thing I'd like to change in the Supergirl.
Yeah, you've told me, and it's completely ridiculous, but because it will cost a lot of money to do it.
Wouldn't?
It would.
He could have done it while he was on set. And all you've got to do is stand up with a bit of blue light over him.
They've got a lot of fucking things to do. They're running 4 shows. They don't need their shit.
They haven't got to write fucking good stories, have they? So.
Wow.
Bitch.
Let's move on then, because you're
Stop now. Right, Supergirl. Yeah. Come on, buck your ideas up. You've got Linda fucking Carter, right, as part of your cast, who was and still is one of the sexiest women on the planet, and that's coming from a homo. All right. She is absolutely fucking beautiful. Sky High, really good film. I don't know if have you seen Sky High? She plays the principal of a superhero high school, right? Which
Kurt
is
Russell's in that, isn't he?
Who?
Is Kurt Russell
Yes,
in
he
that?
is. It's a terrible film, but at the same time, it's a brilliant film, and she's amazing. Anyway, highly recommend you watch it.
Right.
So, Lewis, moving quickly on.
Let's go to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Literally the best thing on TV at the moment, in my opinion. Literally every week, I'm like, because the first half of Ghost Rider, I thought, oh, they're changing it a bit. It's quite cool. I like this part. And then when they got rid of him, I thought, what are they doing? But it's been better. The second half has been better, the LMD thing.
Yeah.
And now they're in the framework.
I was getting a bit bored with that. At one point, it was like, oh, another robot. Oh, good.
She killed him.
That.
What the fuck?
That threw me completely. I did not see that coming.
He was obviously in the framework, but
yeah.
I couldn't believe she cut his fucking throat. And she was just like, oh, I figured out a way around it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And
you can't just...
I know I haven't quite completely caught up. I've only seen not the latest one, the one before.
Which is actually called What If.
Yeah.
Which is a great reference to the comics that they did as the What If storyline.
John Hannah's referenced in the credit. His name comes up in the opening credits. So he's not in the episode.
He is in the next episode, though.
I know. Oh, sorry, that was my phone.
Because he's in the framework, isn't he? With Ada.
Yeah,
not
I know.
Ada, but what's her name? The real one that you based Ada on.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, she's in it as well, isn't she? Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's. I don't know. Sky. It's not Sky anymore, is it?
No,
They're calling her Sky. So, but Daisy and Simmons went in, didn't they? And Simmons was dead. She had to climb out of a grave.
Yeah, with her own corpse underneath it, which was a bit grim.
Yeah, that was. And then Sky, who's everyone calls her Sky, woke up with.
I knew
he was going to be part of the Resistance. I knew he would be because he's a fucking double agent, isn't he?
I knew you'd be really happy because he's your favourite character.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate him to bits. But I don't mind him in this because he's not being I'm a dickhead. He's working for the Resistance.
So far, or two, I suppose. Yeah.
But he's a good guy.
Yeah.
May's fucking horrible, and so is Fitz. Jesus Christ! You haven't seen the next episode, but he's a fucking arsehole.
Yeah, but that's only because they killed Gemma, isn't it?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't know her. Doesn't know who Gemma is.
Oh, I thought that was because she
apparently
says...
the next one after you find out what happened to make him an arsehole. But he's like the second in Hydra.
Yeah.
And obviously number one's Ada.
Yeah.
And there.
Oh no.
Which is
a bit wrong, isn't it?
It's a bit wrong.
Rude. The robot. Oh, Coulson. Oh my God. I know I haven't seen as far as you have, and I'm
the
a bit
teacher
behind.
thing, yeah.
And that whole thing where the kid gets taken out of class
and he doesn't do anything.
And there's that other kid who speaks to Gemma and stuff, and it's just that bit at the end of the car where he just goes Daisy, and it ends. I'm like,
it's not quite what you think it is.
No.
He doesn't have all his memories.
No, I'm sure he doesn't. I mean, because that would make it too simple, wouldn't it? Really.
He's quite funny though.
Yeah.
Because he's going along with it now, and he kind of knows certain things, and he thought he was crazy. He makes his own soap, which is a joke in it. But he's very funny because he thinks everything's cool. Like, because you've got because he's got no weight on him, obviously. So he goes to S.H.I.E.L.D, which is underground.
Yeah.
And he sees some stuff, and he's just like he's wide-eyed amazement, like this is so cool. And then when he sees somebody, he says a line. He says completely out of the blue. He's like, "It's not cool, bro." What are you, 12? Where did that come from?
But he's such a good actor.
Yeah, he's cool. And he goes, "Oh, apparently I had a robot hand in the other world." How cool is that? I really like him. He's good when he hasn't got the world on his shoulders. He's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they had to halt the May Coulson storyline. I kind of forgot what the real world is like now because they went in and then it was a break, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the last two episodes have been the What If universe thing. But it's done really well. I've really enjoyed Agents. They've been amazing.
May saves the girl this time in this artificial reality in Beirut, who then goes on to kill people in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
Just flipped it. Yeah. So she's still guilty, but differently.
Do we find out how Hydra becomes in charge of the world? Or
they just won the war with S.H.I.E.L.D.
We've not done that yet? No? Okay.
They've just said that they won the war with S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know. But Ada did it, didn't she? She basically she changed one regret from everybody's life.
But you see, if you compare that to Supergirl, right? If you look at what, and I don't know whether they took a break for a specific reason, because this what if scenario is a little bit Trumpy, shall we say?
Oh, massively, yeah.
But it's done in a very different, not down your fucking throat way. It's just, boom, there we go. They're not, easing you in gently and going, oh, yeah. It is, boom, this is it. It's almost like Man in the High Castle, what if America lost the war, that sort of thing.
The good thing about this is that the story beforehand was strong, and I was really enjoying it. So this has only added something to it.
It's not detracted from it, or they're not trying to put it in your face and go, this is wrong, because it's wrong, because it's an alternate reality.
Yeah.
The
only thing you get is Daisy sort of standing there going, this is fucking horrible, I don't like this. But she's our way in, isn't she? Her and Simmons, they're our way into this world. It's just, they've done so well. They tried to get out. Did you see that bit where they tried to get out with their thing? But Ada's obviously flipped it off.
Bitch.
She looks fucking hot with that makeup on, doesn't she?
I wouldn't know.
And all in command.
I wouldn't know, Lewis. Obviously, not being that way inclined.
She's fucking scary, mind. The whole Hydra thing's brilliant. When it opened up and you saw the Hydra, the Triskelion, and he's like, yeah, it looks beautiful in the morning. Sometimes you're like, what the fuck?
Because that was wasn't that one of the closing scenes from before the break? You saw her looking out the window and it pulled back. And it was a Triskelion with the Hydra logo on it. I was like, what?
It's just really, really
Sorry,
well
just
done.
deafened everyone.
And he's, I think, I don't like him. I don't like him. And I didn't like the fact that they made him Hive just to keep him around. And when he died, I was like, yes, he's finally gone. But for some reason, having a break off from him, I kind of like him now. Maybe it's because he's part of the Resistance. I don't know. But
he's still a dick. But
I love the fact that S.H.I.E.L.D. is Resistance and Hydra's in charge. It's like there's drones going around trying to catch.
It's just done really well.
What?
Really,
Inhumans?
Really well. Yeah.
Or Mexicans? If you're
let's build a wall against the Inhumans and the no, let's not do that.
But that's honestly the best thing on TV for me at the moment. That's the one I look forward to the most.
Yeah, I would have watched it this morning, but I didn't get around to it.
They've really outdone themselves. So I don't think they've been renewed for another series, have they? But they would have been renewed by now, wouldn't they?
I don't know. Actually, I haven't looked.
All the DC shows got renewed early.
Yay!
It could be a good thing.
Well, they've got Inhumans coming out in September, haven't they, on Netflix?
It's on ABC.
Is it on ABC? I thought it was on Netflix. Oh, sorry, I misread that.
Because it's already in their storyline, isn't it? So they can just spin off from that.
Yeah. It's eight episodes, I think. Oh, talking about episodes.
Defenders is coming to Netflix in August.
I'm not interested in any of that, no.
What's wrong with you?
Iron Fist is meant to be terrible.
I haven't seen it yet. I will watch it.
Meant to be pants.
Yeah, but people are just dicks. So,
no, it is meant to be pants. The special effects are meant to be terrible. You're supposed to be able to see all the stunt people.
If you look at on IMDb, they're all over 8. So that's a good indication that it's good.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Just because critics don't like it doesn't mean it's not good.
I know, but
Rotten
it's not my
Tomatoes
kind of
sucks.
thing anyway. And Iron Fist, shouldn't it be Chinese?
Jessica Jones, why didn't you watch that?
I don't know, it's not my kind of thing.
Oh, it's amazing. You love Jessica Jones.
No, I don't really like Daredevil either.
Daredevil was amazing. Luke Cage was amazing. Iron Fist, though, he's white in the comics.
Oh, was he? I always thought he was Oriental.
No. But they said there was a big hoo-ha about it because they said, we can do it right now, you can have an Asian, but they went for a guy from Game of Thrones.
They did, who was also, bizarrely, in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh.
He was...
he's going up in life then.
Yeah, he played a character called Santiago Jones, who was Joe... Oh, what was her original name in it? God, I've forgotten. The character Joe, who was with the Third Doctor. Joe Smith. No, it wasn't Joe Smith. That's Sarah Jane Smith. I've forgotten her name. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Anyway, Joe, who travelled with the Third Doctor. She went off and left him at the Green Maggot. And then she came back with Sarah Jane for the death of the Doctor in that episode. And it's the same character. I didn't realise that until I looked him up on IMDb. Oh, it's Santiago Jones. How exciting. Anyway, moving on. Slight sidetrack there. Sorry. Stu had a senior moment.
You're going to say, speaking of 8 episodes?
Oh, yeah. Have you watched any Legion yet?
Yeah, got bored.
I've watched a couple.
I just don't think the characters are that great.
I have heard, though, that if you watch it and you keep watching it, it makes sense.
I don't like the woman who's the Professor X substitute. I don't really like her.
No.
Don't really like Aubrey Plaza's character, the one that gets killed and put in the wall. I mean, it's interesting ideas and things, but it's just, I don't know. I just don't really like it.
No.
No.
I will get around to watching it because
it's not.
It's different.
It is different, yeah, massively different.
Yeah.
It's like they've dropped acid and then wrote a story. It's just not necessarily a bad thing. It's just also continuity-wise, that's Professor X's son.
Yeah.
But Professor X is never going to be mentioned in that TV show.
I think he is. Bryan Singer has mentioned that he's going to be.
Well, where is he?
Well, it's only been one series. Yeah, give him a chance. They got.
Yeah, but like his son's been through a fucking shitload. I only watched 3 episodes, and he's been through fucking hell.
But I can't remember if the character knows who his father is from an early age or not.
No, he probably won't, but Professor X will know.
Yeah.
I just think it's one of those things, isn't it, where... And who's going to play Professor X? James McAvoy won't do it.
Stewart, of course. Even though he's about...
He's quit.
97 now, bless his
heart. He's quit. He's not 97.
I know.
But he's quit the role. He said he's retired it. He won't do it anymore.
That's right. They'll get someone else. It works for other things, doesn't it? They get somebody else in. Like
yes, no, I'm
boy
not a huge fan.
Justice League playing the Flash, who I don't
Ezra
get.
Miller.
I don't think he's going to be...
They can't write a story, can they? They can't get a script right for Flash.
No.
But I listened to Kevin Smith, Hollywood Babylon, and his theory is that everything they've come up with so far probably resembles the TV show, because Jeff Johns and the creators of the TV show have done such a great job of doing the origin of Flash that it would be really hard for them to do anything unless it's not the origin. They can't do another origin, basically.
Yeah.
And anything they do is going to be really similar to what they've already got. So I don't know why they didn't just bring him in.
Don't know.
Why does it matter? They've got separate universes, they could. Why not have him join the Justice League?
But it's the one thing they do in Marvel really well. TV films merge.
Kind of.
Well, they do. You've got characters from the films in the TV shows. You've got characters vice versa. Phil Coulson went from one to the other, and
it's never.
Peggy.
It's always one way. It never goes the other way. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will feed the films. The films will never ever acknowledge.
No, maybe not.
The TV show and the films in the film universe. Phil Coulson's dead.
Yeah, well, of course, but we know he isn't in the Marvel universe.
But it's just, I feel like they shit on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They should at least acknowledge that it's a thing.
Possibly, I don't know. They might do in the future. I don't really mind because for me it works. Do
you feel like Marvel's is coming to an end, like the MCU? Because it's not fresh and it's not new anymore. Doctor Strange is a passable film, and honestly, the best thing about it was the credit scene with Thor, and the finale when it repeats itself. That was quite cool. Yeah. But I feel like I've seen that before. I don't know where.
Doctor Who, probably.
Also, Benedict Cumberbatch played the bad guy. He played both parts, so he's basically talking to himself.
Yeah.
That part at the end was really good. There were some funny bits in it, but
I quite like
it's Iron Man, Ant-Man, and Doctor Strange are all the same film. Just do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was a good film. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't blowing the fucking doors off Civil War good. Do you know what I mean?
All I'll say is if you find, I think it's from the 70s. There's a Doctor Strange film from the 70s or early 80s. Right? It's really, really bad.
Well, I like Benedict Cumberbatch as well. I think he did a good job and he was funny and the characters are good. But it's just a bit sanitized now because we've seen so much of it.
The problem with these things is you've got to set up the origin in every single fucking film.
Oh, do you?
You can't just... Well, you can't...
Spider-Man's not got an origin.
Because we know from other films.
Yeah, but you can just mention Doctor Strange. Oh, he had a car accident and this happened.
But with him, you've got to see his change from being a complete cunt
to a complete cunt.
to a.
He doesn't change. He's still a cunt at the end.
But he's a different kind of cunt. You know,
he's your friend. He's your friend.
He's gone from a sort of tightened vagina to a sort of something a little bit more loose and floppy, and had a few years of, you know.
Jesus Christ! What a fucking analogy. Fuck.
So Doctor Strange, a bit of a floppy vag.
Because the ones that I like, that's why I suppose they're trying to change Thor and make it more fun and different. Because apparently, like 1% of it is on Earth, and that's with Doctor Strange, and the rest of it's out in the.
Yeah.
Say, what do they call it? A buddy cop road movie in space. I like Thor anyway, but the second one was a bit
terrible,
generic. And this is what I'm worried about, that every other movie going to be generic now, and people are just going to go because of the name.
Yeah.
Because I've watched Rogue One the second time. It's not as good as I thought it was.
No.
I mean, it's a good film, but I don't have any desire to watch it again. Where Episode 7 I'd watch over and over and over.
Yeah, I've got it to watch. Rogue One.
Have you not seen it yet?
Yeah, I've seen it in the cinema, and I absolutely adored it. It was a lovely film.
I just feel
I kind of see what you mean.
The best thing in that is the Vader bit, because you've never seen him like that on live action before.
Yeah, I did. I was watching something the other day.
In Star Wars Rebels, he is badass.
Oh, I'm getting used to that. I'm halfway through Series 2 now.
Series 2 finale is one of the best pieces of television I've ever seen. I think the day after it had a 9.7 rating on IMDb, which is insane.
Yeah.
That's like Game of Thrones good. And very good. Series 3's just finished. Not quite as good finale. That was like, I think, the third or fourth one before the end. You see old Obi-Wan in the desert in Tatooine, and Darth Maul comes to see him. That is not what you expect it to be. The fight's over in like 3 moves. But it's really, really effective because Darth Maul hasn't learned anything, and Obi-Wan's learned so much in the time he's been away.
Yeah.
And Maul, all he's thought about is revenge. And Obi-Wan's been working on the Force and working on all his skills, and you can see the difference between Episode 1 Obi-Wan to then, and it's very, very good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I do. I've got to say, I really enjoy it.
It's good, isn't it?
It's really.
I think
really
Series
good.
1 was a bit up and down, but Series 2 I think it really hit stride, and it's really good.
Cool. I mean,
but Series 3 there's a time jump.
Oh God.
So Ezra's older.
Yeah.
Is it Ezra?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's older, and one of the I can't really say because we're in it, but another character has a big change.
Oh really?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is cool. It's like different. It's not different because it's happened in the universe, the expanded universe, but for people who haven't read those stories, it's a pretty ballsy move.
Cool, fair enough.
But they've been renewed.
That's good.
But they've got to get close to the actual,
Well, they're nearly there because it's set between.
Well, apparently,
Episode 3 and 4.
It was 5 years before Episode 4, but now this time jump, he's grown a few years. So I don't know how close they are. They must be really close.
Yeah.
I want them after that to do, because they did obviously do Clone Wars, didn't they? Then they're doing Rebels. I want them to do one between 6 and 7 after, because this bloke who runs it, he's a super fan. He knows what he's doing. He's good. Dave Filoni, I think his name is. He did Clone Wars as well.
Yeah.
He's he's really good. If you see any interviews about him, he's so passionate about it. So I hope they do more.
Cool.
I like it. Oh, no, you're not in Series 3, are you? Oh,
no,
of course not.
I know, sorry.
There's there's a guest star that you'll fucking love.
Can I just say, I love the way that we will ruin this for the whole of the internet, but you won't tell me what happens because it's really lovely, thank you. And you won't ruin it for me, which is brilliant.
There's a guest star and he plays someone, obviously it's just voices, but very, very cool. Very good get. I don't know how they got him. I don't know why he'd be interested in doing this. He's in like 3 or 4 episodes, but he's got such a commanding voice that you're just like, I fucking know who that is. Who's that? I'm not going to tell you though. See if you can figure it out.
All right, I will. Well, I'm nearly there. On episode 12, I think. Series 2. Nearly there.
The finale is a 40-minute thing, and it just blew me away. I've watched it 2 or 3 times, and it's just incredible. So good. There's a throwaway line as well that Ezra says, because he starts to have a fight with Vader and he just says his throwaway line. It's really funny, but it just really sums up who he is as a Jedi at that point. It's really, really cool. Because even though it's written for kids, it's like Young Justice, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are some complicated storylines in there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Young Justice is going to be good.
Yes. When's it? But I don't know.
I don't know. They ain't even got a network.
No.
I hope it's Netflix. It's just easier, isn't it?
I don't know.
Why?
No, I don't really at all. I just want it back because I fell in love with it. No, there's still no.
Yeah, it was
start date
amazing.
yet.
It ended on a ridiculous cliffhanger.
I know. Darkseid and Vandal Savage.
Two of the most powerful fucking villains in DC.
Yeah, and then it stops. Right, leaving all of that aside for something you don't watch, something I'm very passionate about.
Passionate.
I'm going to talk about The Expanse.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Which one is this?
It's set a couple hundred years in the future. Mars is a colony. Do you know anything about it?
I'll just look it up. You talk
all
and
right,
I'll look it up.
It's based on a couple of books by James S.H.I.E.L.D, Corey, and I've got one of them and I've tried reading it and it's really good, but it's sat in the bathroom at the minute and I stopped reading it. The first series was a bit okay, and then it kind of like built up, and I had to know what happened. And the same thing with the second one. The second one's gone a bit weird to start with, and then it's just gone absolutely ballistically, mentally fantastic, and I'm absolutely enamoured by it. I've got to say, it is possibly one of the best science fiction things on TV. It's been renewed for a third series, which is good, but not necessarily a fourth one, because Sci-Fi will do their usual thing and go, oh, it's really popular, let's cancel it.
Sci-Fi,
yeah.
I find, have they don't have budget, but they have story. Because I watched 12 Monkeys, and that's on Sci-Fi.
Such a good story.
12 Monkeys is fucking amazing, because it deals with time travel and it's real sci-fi.
Yeah.
Not pretty people running. Not to say they're not pretty.
Yeah.
But they actually give a shit about their stories, and
it is so well written. I mean, obviously it's got good source material from the books, but it's beautiful to watch. You know, I mean, whatever money they've got, they've spent it wisely. The characters are really well formed. They're not just cliches. And it's nearly finished, the second series. You've got to watch it.
Yeah, I'll
You've
watch it.
seriously got to
Sounds
watch
good.
it. Something major happens in the Earth, Mars, whatever, and it's bloody brilliant.
Bloody brilliant.
And the best thing about it, it's got an opening credit sequence, which on shows these days you don't normally get. I know there's a few that still do it, but normally it's just, flash something up, ta-da! That's it. This has got a full-on...
It's like Killjoys has got
opening.
one as well.
Yeah, I still haven't watched any of that yet.
That's on the other way, because that's proper sci-fi as well, but it's done as a we're having a laugh sort of thing. It's good fun.
But it's got, and I love it. Oh, it's brilliant. Because Series 1 didn't really have much of an opening credit sequence or title sequence. And they've just built it into it. And it's one of the things I really miss from a TV show. Because it is, and now it says, we'll have the teaser, then the title card comes up, boom, and you get these names across the bottom.
Got to think in American television, though. A title sequence is really expensive, number one.
Money.
And number two, they've got so many adverts, they have to try and get some story in there.
Yeah.
I like Sci-Fi as a channel. I think they really do care about what they put on TV. Because they do Continuum as well. That was Canadian, wasn't it? That was Canadian. That was something else. That was.
But that went weird.
I think they ran out of gas. I think the final series was unnecessary.
I got about 3 or 4 episodes into Series 3 and went, this is just bollocks.
I like Series 3, but it should have ended. But they set up a Series 4, and they only had 6 episodes or something. It was nice to see it all wrap up, but I think 3 series was enough for Continuum.
Yeah.
And then
I like her, and I like the bloke who's
Do you want to know what happens at the end?
Yeah, tell me, because I'm never going to watch it.
For her, basically, she goes back to the future.
It's a good title for a film, that.
I know, yeah. Strange. It's like I work in Hollywood. The tech guy?
Yeah.
He's the one that sent her back.
Yeah.
Right? Well, he says, when you get back to the future, you come and see me, and then I'll explain to you what's happened in the intervening years, basically. So she gets there, it works, they get a time travel thing, works, she goes there. They stop the horrific future that they've accidentally made. They stop that, but then they get to the future, and he sees her, and he says, "Oh, I've seen you, and I'll tell you what's going on." She says, "I want to see my son. Where's my son?" And he says, "You can't be with him. You can't see him." And she says, "What are you talking about? I want to see my son." So he says, "Okay, you can see him, but you can't be with him." So, and they don't tell you what's going on. Obviously, I've worked out what's happened. And they get there, and they're like, there's fountains in the middle, and they can see the sun. And then they also see her, and she's holding him, and she's watching from afar, going, "What the fuck?" I thought, and he said, "No, you're still here. You never left.
Right.
So you've gone through all this to get back to your son, but you can't be with him.
Yeah.
And you can't confuse him. You can't go and fuck things up. So you're gonna have to just live like this." It's like,
that's harsh, isn't it?
what the fucking hell? This is horrible.
That's really harsh.
What a horrible ending.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I think it was quite brave because they didn't do the whole we're happy, shiny, happy people ending. They did a
proper
real
ending,
consequences ending. But it should have been 3 series and done. I really like that show. It went a bit shit in the last series.
Yeah.
Although there was one very, very cool bit. Is it Victor, the black guy who was kind of the leader of the resistance after Thingy died, Cagney, whatever. They basically all become friends to tackle this new future that they've done, because the other guy, the business guy, the one that she starts sleeping with, I can't remember his name, but he's a dickhead, and he causes this future. He gets sent back to some pre-civilization time, and he's dropped in this fucking jungle, and then these people with like bow and arrows and thing, he's got nothing on him, and he's just been dropped there because he's a dick. That's quite cool. But this guy has this badass moment where he helps the cop, and he just, I don't know, because he's enhanced, isn't he? But he basically gets killed in this episode, but he just goes through this whole police station of people. He's fucking awesome. It's a really cool action scene, and then he just dies. Like, oh, that's horrible, because you get to know him and you really like him.
Yeah.
Because obviously at first he's a bad guy, and then you realise they're not really bad guys. They're just going about it terroristy ways, which is not the right way to do it. But yeah, they all became friends basically. Yeah. Series 4, they're all friends.
Okay, that's cool.
After they like fucking horrible to each other, then they're friends. But yeah, you haven't missed anything.
No? Oh, good. No, because I did enjoy it, and then it just went a bit shit, really.
Well, you got me into it.
Sorry. Sorry about that, Lewis.
And I was stuck in. I couldn't stop.
Yeah, I know.
Especially I knew it was the last series. I was like, because as soon as it got to the end of series 3, I thought, oh, this is quite cool. They wrapped it up all nicely. And then it was like set up for another series. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You've just finished it. You didn't need to do this. And the only reason I carried on watching is because they said we've renewed for a final 6-episode series. And I was like, okay, I'll finish it. It's only 6 episodes. I hate dropping shows if I've been in them for a few years, but sometimes you've just got to drop it. If it's just wasting your life, if you're not even watching it when it's on, it's just pointless, isn't it? Yeah, I watch so much stuff.
You do.
So much so I'm dropping stuff all the time.
I watch some right old shite, but you win the prize for that.
That's a lot. Yes. Well, you haven't seen Logan, but we need to talk about it.
Yes, Logan, go. I know what happens. It's fine.
It's fucking amazing. There's no other word to describe it. They finally get Wolverine right in a movie, and Logan and Hugh Jackman's fucking quit, and Patrick Stewart's quit. Yeah. It's I can't tell you how good it is. It's beautiful in a way, which is weird to talk about a film like this.
It does. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it.
It's R-rated, and they really embrace the R-ratedness. Like, Fox is doing a good thing here, because with Deadpool, obviously, they changed the game in one way and showed you how they could make that sort of movie.
Yeah.
And now they've done it in another way, where this is how you can do these movies, and it means something, and there's real weight to them, and consequences, as I keep saying. Everyone's on point in it. Hugh Jackman is the best I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart is incredible, and he drops the F-bomb twice, which is absolutely brilliant, because you don't expect it to come from him.
Yeah.
And he says it, and he's just, well, that's different. I think the only thing I didn't like was the bad guy. He's got a metal hand, and other than that, he's a bit generic. But then Richard E. Grant comes in, and he's like the doctor that made Laura, who's the X-23.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Made a load of kids.
Yeah. There's quite a few in there.
He doesn't grandstand almost, really. He just sort of says, wow, we got rid of mutants, and now we're going to make our own, essentially.
Fair enough.
And then they make X-24. Take a guess of what X-24 is. Because when I was watching it, I thought, what the fuck's X-24? Because they were like, beforehand they said, we're not going to do a finale that's a CGI fuckathon, you know. And I was like, well, what the fuck is it then? If it's worse than this, what the fuck is it? And it's Hugh Jackman. It's Logan. It's a clone of Logan.
Cloned Logan.
But he looks younger.
Yeah.
And the first thing he does when he's introduced, they're in a farmhouse. They help some family because they're basically there's these guided lorries that drive themselves and they go a bit haywire and their horses come out the back of this. So Logan helps them get them back in. Professor X does his mind thing to get the horses to calm down. And they're like, "Oh, we can thank you. You can come home for dinner and to stay overnight?" And Logan's like, "No. These people are after us. They're gonna die if we go there."
Yeah.
And Professor X is like, "No, we've got to go. Because basically he wants to show them what kind of life he could have with his daughter, who's amazing. Like she's like 11.
Yeah.
But her ability, she doesn't speak until like an hour into the movie. But she's so physical. She beats the shit out of all these blokes, and you believe she's doing it.
Yeah.
Like she's so good. And they say like, they keep saying things like, "Oh, she's a lot like you," and like they're exactly the same. Like the rage and the, she breaks people's faces as well.
Yeah.
Which is fucking. There's a bit where they go to fill up gas, and they go inside. And she just walks around, takes some sunglasses, gets a drink and some crisps. And the guy comes in who works there, and he's like, "You can't do that. You've got to pay. Like, who's going to pay?" And she just goes, ready to go for him, and the claws are coming out. And Logan just comes in and goes, "No, that's not cool." Because she only knows violence. She doesn't know anything else. But they go to this farmhouse in X-24. Professor X he has attacks where he can't control his abilities, and I don't quite know what it does, but they're living out in the border by Mexico, so that they're away from people.
Yeah.
And when it goes off, if it goes too long, he can kill people around him essentially in this big area. And if you can't, it's like, when he uses when he finds people with this thing.
Yeah, Cerebro.
And if he concentrates too hard, he can kill them. It's like that, but he can't control it.
Oh, right, okay.
And there's something happened in Westchester where 6 mutants died, and hundreds of people died, and the 6 mutants is meant to be the X-Men. So
right,
he instead of Wolverine killing them, which is what happens in the comics, Professor X does it, but he can't remember that, so Logan just took him away and he's protecting him. And he has a dream and remembers what he's done, because all the way through he says, "Logan, you're a disappointment. You're such a disappointment to me." And it's like really harsh, like basically. Because he's just drugging him up to try and keep him from having an attack. So he just drugs him up, and he's just like going mental, basically. And there's a bit where they're talking, and he's like, "Fuck off, Logan." He's like, in his proper accent, is wicked. But he thinks Wolverine's in the room with him in this farmhouse, and he says, "I finally know how you feel. Like, you think that death's all around him." And he said, I know what you feel now, and I'm sorry. It's a really heartfelt moment. And then all of a sudden, this fist comes onto his chest, and the claws come out, and it goes into his heart. And he's like, he doesn't quite realise. He thinks it's Logan, but it's X-24, obviously. And Logan runs back, and he's like, "No, no, no!" And Laura's being dragged away by X-24. I mean, dragged away. And the first thing he goes for is Charles, because all the way through it, he cares more about Charles, and he's trying to dump the girl, because he knows if he gets close to her, she's going to die, and that's what happens to everyone he loves.
Yeah.
And then he dies in the truck, and he's like, he realizes that Logan didn't kill him, and that they have this little moment. But the fight they have with X-24 is fucking brutal. They beat the shit out of each other, and they're really embracing the R rating. They're kicking the living shit out of each other. And then the guy because he's killed the whole family, this farm. It's like, Logan's just like, if only Charles was, "I fucking told you we should have stayed," basically. And then the truck comes and he just smashes into X-24 up against the wall, and he shoots him so that Logan can get away, and then the guy dies. So everyone dies around Logan, basically.
Cool.
Which is basically
That's
the
really
story,
lovely.
the moral of the story.
That's a nice story, Lewis. Thank you.
But yeah, it's
For Easter.
a very, 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 very good movie.
Yeah.
I'd probably say the best X-Men movie. It's up there with Dark Knight for me. It's one of the best comic book movies ever made.
Yeah.
And it really is definitive because obviously he dies at the end because his adamantium is killing him, it's poisoning him.
Yeah.
But so far his healing ability has been able to... I didn't know this, but in the comics he had his adamantium removed and his healing factor went through the roof because his adamantium has always been poisoning him. So over time his healing factor has been so fucked up that it can't heal him anymore, so he's just walking around with open wounds essentially.
Yeah.
And he can't walk properly because the adamantium's so heavy.
Yeah.
And there's a bit at the beginning where his claw doesn't come out properly, so he has to pull the middle claw, and he's just fucked up basically. And he gets this serum that the evil doctor uses. They say like you can use it, and if you use it slowly, it will help you regenerate. And he realizes that they're after all the kids because there's a big group of kids that have been fucked over and made into mutants.
Yeah.
If they're fucking smart, they're like the new mutants. They should make these the new X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, because they've got a Wolverine substitute with a girl, they've got a Professor X1, and if they don't make an X-Men film out of these kids, Fox have not fucking done their own work because they're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's amazing. But he injects himself for the whole thing. He's been told not to do that, but he does, because it will give him a big boost, but not for very long. And he fucking legs it, and he destroys everyone for going near the kids, and the kids fight back as well. They're fucking awesome. Like Laura, oh my god, X-23 can kick your ass in a minute. She just fucking rips people's faces off and all this. It's amazing.
Nice.
But it runs out, and the X-24 is basically stabbing the shit out of him. He drops him on a tree, essentially, and the branch goes through his chest, and he can't survive. But Laura comes up behind him and shoots him in the head with a adamantium bullet, and X-24's head just explodes.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's dead. But she hacks the tree bit, like the branch, so that he could relax while he's dying, essentially. And she's like, oh no, like, oh, you're my dad, I don't like it. But I can't explain how good that scene is. Like, they're both so good in it, and it's like a sweet moment.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just real love in between them, even though they don't know each other very much, but they are father and daughter. It's a shame because it would have been nice to see them go off and him raise her. But it's also kind of nice.
That's not how it works in comic books, is it, Lewis?
And then he slowly dies, and he says, "Don't be what they made you. You can be whatever you want to be," basically. Which is, I feel like something that he's probably wanted to hear his whole fucking life, but no one's bothered to fucking tell him.
Yeah.
And then he says, so that his last words are, so that's what this feels like, which apparently has a double meaning. One, because he's been mortally wounded continuously through his life, but never actually died. This is what he means is, oh, this is what it feels like to actually die. And also the love he has for Laura, like real love. And he knows that
Sweet,
he's sacrificed himself to save her.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, it's always Charles through the whole movie. Until Charles dies, he's trying to drop her. He doesn't want her because he knows what will happen. And then as soon as Charles dies, he embraces it and becomes super dad. It's a bittersweet thing, really, because he's been Logan for 17 years. Like, X-Men was 2000.
Yeah.
I was 13 when that film came out.
Oh, shut up.
So he's been the only Wolverine I've known on screen.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Apart from the animated series, but
Yeah.
live action. So the problem with the rate of the make films now, they're going to reboot Wolverine like in a year, and I don't think people are going to be ready for it because he's been in that role for so long and he's been so good at it. And he's finally got the movie he deserves, and he's done. It's bittersweet, but very, very good film. I was literally the whole thing. The only fault, like I said, was the bad guy was a bit generic, but he's all right. He's ballsy. Like, he just fucking verbally assaults Wolverine, knowing exactly who he is and knowing he can't back any of the stuff up he says. So that's quite funny. Like, his Wolverine could just rip his head off.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
I look forward to watching it.
5 stars.
5.5.
One of the best movies I've ever seen. There's no question. it transcends the genre massively. Like the beauty of it as well is you don't have to have seen any of the previous films to get it.
Yeah.
They do mention the first film, like they say the Statue of Liberty and the samurai sword is on the wall, but you don't need to know those things. You don't need to know anything. It's set in its own timeline, really. There's a little Deadpool teaser at the beginning as well.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, this old bloke's been. It's on the internet as well. There's an extended version on the internet, which is better because Stan Lee's in it.
Yeah.
But he's like, they get the Superman music, and he's in the fucking thing, and his ass is up against the window, and then you hear him die, and he's like, oh shit, probably shouldn't have just got changed. He's like, if Wolverine was here, he'd be able to do it. What the fuck does he wear? Vest and jeans. Brilliant. I can't wait for the next Deadpool though. That's
going to be really good.
I do hope that this group of kids gets a film, because you don't need a new Wolverine at the moment. She can be Wolverine for a while.
Hey, they could call it X-Men First Class too.
Or they just call it the New Mutants, couldn't they?
I don't know.
That's what they should call it. I had this whole, because it was a sad ending, but there's this hopeful ending because they're going off to this place in Canada because they've got to escape America because it's a bit Trumpy.
Well, yeah.
You'll notice that about this film as well. This is a bit Trumpy.
I've heard it's a little bit anti-Donald.
That's why he's staying in Mexico, because they're trying to hunt. You have to register yourself as. Oh no, there's no registry, is there? They're all dead. They're just. So I'm getting agents. They're all dead. All the mutants. There's no dead.
Mexico. Is there a wall you can see?
No, but there is border control. But yeah, the place that they're going to is in Canada. So there's this hopeful ending that. There's a really funny bit after they bury Charles. He's obviously fucking distraught. And he goes back to the truck and she's the other side of the road, but the camera's on her and he's in the background. And he has a bit of a moment where a little breakdown and he starts beating the shit out of the car, like, because he's upset, but she's trying not to laugh. So as an audience member, you're laughing because it's quite a funny scene, even though he's, angry and he's beating up the car for a reason that he's upset. But it's fucking hilarious because he's beating the shit out of this truck in the background and she's just sort of like, trying not to laugh at him. It's, I can't say enough good things about it. I can't wait to see it again. I'll watch it over and over and over.
Yeah, you will, won't you? On your Blu-ray or 4K or whatever you've got now.
I don't have 4K.
No. Oh.
It's too expensive.
Oh.
Too expensive. So the next thing's got to be Guardians, isn't it? We'll have to talk about Guardians next time.
Yeah, I think that is something I will actually have to go and see at the cinema.
Oh, yes. Guardians. Well, it's comic book movies galore. I know we've got Guardians, then Spider-Man in July.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman in August or June.
Yeah, it's not far
Summer.
away, is it?
And then Thor Ragnarok.
Wonder Woman better not be rubbish.
Justice League in November, which looks fucking awesome.
I'm not looking forward to
Aquaman, dressed like a bat. I dig it.
No, I'm not looking forward to
They've announced a Batgirl film, which Joss Whedon is going to write and direct, and a Nightwing film.
Why?
Why not? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's get out there. Do them. They're all good characters. Why not?
Oh, don't forget Alien Covenant. No, not Alien Covenant.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
called Alien Covenant. Yeah, I want to see that.
I really don't want to see that.
I don't like the fact that they've called it Alien. They've only done that as a marketing tool because Prometheus was
Alien Prometheus
was not received well, but it should have been called Covenant. That's what it should have been called, because then it would follow the style. Prometheus was the ship.
Do you know how many prequels he's planned?
4 or something?
6.
I thought it was 4.
6 prequels.
They're doing 14 Transformers films or something.
Fuck off.
Michael Bay's got 14 planned, apparently. That's what he said.
I
thought Alien was only having 3. The only thing I'm really annoyed about this thing is that Neil Blomkamp, he and Sigourney Weaver got together, and he had a plan for an Alien 5, which sounds fucking awesome, because they were going to
reboot.
They were going to be after Aliens, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it sounded really cool. And there was concept art where Michael Bihn's face was all acid burnt up, and Luke would have been an adult. But no, we're not allowed to do this because Ridley's back in there and doing fuck all with it. I mean, I'll probably enjoy Alien Covenant. I like Prometheus. It didn't have the answers I was looking for, but I still liked it. The only problem is people went in expecting one thing and got another.
Yeah.
But Alien Covenant is called
Alien.
I was
expecting a good film,
so
I didn't get it.
As Alien Covenant, they could shoot themselves in the foot with this because it's called Alien. now.
Yeah, but the alien's
So there's
in it.
no excuse.
The
Well, not
alien's
really.
in it.
It's not that.
Yeah.
The main alien isn't that one, though.
No, there's not. But there are aliens in it because I've seen production art.
And when they get to the planet, David is still there, but the other one's dead, I think.
David's there. Sure, we do see.
Yeah, but I
in
think
a
it's a
hologram.
cameo. Oh, it's a hologram.
So what they're saying is the next film is going to be the journey from.
What's the point in that?
Oh, I know.
I thought the
know.
whole point of Prometheus sequel was to see their journey to paradise.
But it's about making money, not about making decent.
Yeah, but why do we give a fuck after Alien Covenant? Why do we give a fuck about their journey? It needs one line. David needs to go, oh yeah, we went from here to here and this happened.
Yeah.
That's all we need. But David, there's another android that looks like David, isn't there? But I can't remember his name. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see the Last Supper scene? They're having dinner, reminiscent of Alien.
Yes.
James Franco's the captain and he goes off to bed. They're like, oh right, we'll have a laugh now because the captain's gone. And the woman, I think a woman starts choking. And obviously everyone, we think as an audience, think the alien's coming out. And she's just choking on food, but Walt comes up and smacks her on the back and he coughs it up. And she goes, oh, thank you so much. And he goes, don't worry, I've got your back. And then they all start laughing at him going, was that a joke? Did you make a joke? And he just doesn't understand that he's made a joke. I like it. It feels like Alien. It feels like that sort of world where everything's sort of...
So it feels a little bit like what's the...
It feels like Alien,
feels
like the first film.
Episode 7, where they've just kind of like taken episode 4 and rewritten it slightly with a woman.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
And I think it's going to be a pile of old shite, to be honest with you.
I like it. Fuck it. It's Ridley Scott.
You know, the engineers are a bit like midichlorians, aren't they?
They won't be in it anymore.
Exactly. So they've just been swept under the carpet. Oh,
those big fuck off 8-foot things, they're not real anymore.
Yeah, they don't exist. I'll watch it. I might wait for it to come out on Blu-ray or something, but it's not a priority this year.
I'll wait for it to come out. I'm not going to go watch it. I'm definitely going to go watch Guardians.
Well, I might actually, because I get cheap cinema tickets now with my NUS card.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you cheeky bastard.
I know.
That's the one thing I want in my life is cheap cinema tickets.
Go back to college.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, just go back to college.
Teacher.
What can I teach? I could teach film.
You could. Why not? You know.
Not actual film of how to make them, but how to talk about them.
How to witter about them on the interweb.
It's the best course ever, isn't it?
Oh God, bless. There are some things coming up. Just before I forget. Slightly off. The Handmaid's Tale. That's on Hulu.
The It remake.
Oh, the It remake.
Fucking hell. What a scary
really
trailer.
Scary. Yeah, I couldn't watch all of it.
That bit at the end where he's like, Aah!
Yeah, I did look away actually because it scared the crap out of me.
It's going to be amazing.
The original's scary enough. Well,
it came
at the end.
What, Tim Curry?
He's fucking brilliant as Pennycrest.
17 years ago?
Yeah.
27 years ago. When was it?
It would have been the 90s.
27. Yeah. Apparently, Pennywise comes around every 27 years in the story.
Pennycrest. That's just because there's Pennycrest around here where I live. Yeah, Pennywise. Yeah, really, really scary fucking character.
It's going to be awesome.
Nothing to do with clowns, but just really scary. Powerless. I got bored of that.
Yeah, I got bored of that as well.
Yeah, it was funny. No, it wasn't. Twin Peaks is back in May. I don't know if you're a fan of that. No. You never watched it?
Prison Break came back, didn't it?
Yes,
I've never seen that either.
It's back this week.
Never seen that either.
Wow.
I watched a new Arnold Schwarzenegger film, Aftermath.
Oh, was any good?
He was really good in it.
Yeah.
Quite emotional, but he.
I am Arnold.
The only problem is it's based on a true story and it's set over like 11 years, so they have to jump time, and it's just a bit all over the place. It was good though.
Yeah.
He was really good. Really good.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. No? Okay. Very bad on impersonation. I hope you don't ever listen to this, Mr. Schwarzenegger.
Right, well, should we sign off for another day?
Oh.
But we're just waffling now, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit, sorry. Hello, world. Anyway, so, well, thank you very much for listening for however long we've been going on for forever. It's Good Friday here in the UK, as we're recording this, so...
Merry Christmas.
By the time this gets on the internet, it probably will be Christmas or New Year.
By the time we do the next one, though.
Oh,
no, we have to try and do one after Guardians.
Yeah.
If that's out at the end of the month, but...
Which month?
What we'll do...
April or May?
We'll do it after all the finales.
Yeah.
And then we'll
Yeah,
do
because they're coming up
Guardians.
in the next few weeks, aren't they?
We'll
Really?
do Guardians as well.
Apart from Lucifer. Lucifer
Oh,
and
that's
Gotham are
coming
going
back.
on and on and on until May, June time.
Fuck me, that's coming back soon, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that finished?
What?
Lucifer.
No, it's back for a third series.
Oh, good. I really like it.
Yeah.
What was the what? Where did we get to? She was being. Oh, he disappeared, didn't he? Yeah,
yes, he disappeared.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Because
Yes,
she falls in love
Lucifer.
with him.
Yeah,
For real.
well, you know.
Yeah, and Gotham's back as
You've
well,
got
which I like.
you've got to keep them apart. Apparently, you can
Yeah.
never bring them together. That's just stupid.
And stuff. Anywho, well, it's been lovely, world.
Oh, we'll have to talk about Doctor Who as well. See
Yes,
what
of
it's like
course.
on
Oh,
the final Capaldi.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. Line of Duty. Do you watch Line of Duty?
No,
Oh, you
I
should
didn't.
Can I recommend Line of Duty?
Apparently, I should. Yes.
Yeah. We're in halfway through series 4 now, and fuck me, it's brilliant.
We need to. Everyone needs to. If you're listening, the 3 people, you need to watch the
6.
Carrie Fisher video.
Oh, the tribute "May the 4th be with you" thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very funny because everyone's just saying that she's an awesome person, and she is.
She was.
Yeah.
When she wasn't cooked off her face.
Maybe she was even more funny. I don't know.
No, bless her, she was fabulous. Anyway, right, that is it. So this is not Ellen Ripley signing off from the Not Nostromo at the end of Alien 3.
Covenant.
Oh yeah, this is Covenant signing off from hopefully the end of a really shit franchise.
Awkward.
All right. Goodbye, world.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.